A Washington, D.C.-based labor union chose Buffalo State College to stage what it says will be the first of several Trump and Walmart Make America Worse rallies, which they plan to hold at East Coast universities. But while they say young people are their target audience, attendance was sparse at the rally, according to Channel 2's Dave McKinley.
Mary Alice, we counted heads and only about 40 people attended the kickoff event organized by the United Food and Commercial Workers Union, and only a handful of those were actually college kids. They were joined by, among others, Democrat Congressman Brian Higgins.
And the general working class
They likened Trump administration policies to those of Walmart, a longtime target of organized labor, which claims the nation's largest company in terms of revenue, which they have tried and failed to unionize, pays substandard wages and benefits.
How do you tie that to Trump?
Well, I think his policies have been destructive to American workers. We saw that in the past 6 months with health care reform. It clobbered middle-class Americans.
Have you had any constituents tell you my premiums doubled?
Well, some do, yeah, and that's the flaw.
Well, how is that good?
And that happened for some people, and that's a flaw of the Affordable Care Act that needs to be fixed.
He's not in favor of a minimum wage of any kind. We're in favor of increasing wages for ordinary working class people.
Did he say he was not in favor of a minimum wage?
He said that why do we need any minimum wage? $7.25 was too much. Why do we need any? You can go back and look it up.
Well, we did, and while he did say it would be best left up to states to set a minimum wage, he actually said if it had to be up to the federal government, it should be raised.
I don't know how people make it on $7.25 an hour. Now, with that being said, I would like to see an increase of some magnitude, but I'd rather leave it to the states. Let the states decide.
Aren't more people working? Isn't the stock market up? Aren't things better right now?
Well, are more people working? Yes, that trend began around 3 years before the former president went out of office. So that is a result of 8 months of any policy by Donald Trump. Just isn't.
We haven't imploded yet.
Well, I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, I mean, are less people working? No, more people are working. Is the stock market down? No, the stock market's up.
But let's be clear about the stock market. The stock market does not generally help ordinary working class people. They have very little money in the stock market. Stock market is a function for those who have extra money to invest. We represent many, many, many thousands of workers who live paycheck to paycheck.
Or have 401ks or pensions in a union, right?
That's correct. And to them, the market going up is a good thing. I'm not going to argue about that.
Moreover, though, they claim that despite any economic gains by any measure, the gap between the haves and have-nots in this country has widened, and they believe that Trump's choice of business leaders to serve in his cabinet in particular bodes poorly for labor and figures on widening that disparity. Dave McKinley, Channel 2 News.